do I need a trust? And my short answer is there are two things that are going to trigger using a trust. Do you own real estate? Do you have children? If you own real estate or you have children, you probably need a trust-based plan. So now, why is that? Okay. With real estate, anything that that you own, real property, a timeshare, it could be a timeshare, vacation home. In order to transfer that property in the most tax-efficient manner, you have to get an order from a probate court judge if you haven't done anything to address that transfer before. So what does that mean? If you pass away, normally a husband and wife will own their house as joint tenants. You buy your first home, the escrow company titles the house, husband and wife as joint tenants. God forbid something happens to husband, passes to the wife automatically by operation of law. No probate necessary. You file an affidavit of death of joint tenant, and that takes the husband's name off the title. Now wife controls the property. The problem becomes with the second death. Now, if wife passes away and she hasn't done anything, in order to transfer a piece of real property, you need to have an order from a probate court judge. That's the only way that property is going to get transferred. And the minute that you involve the probate court, there are going to be fees, there are going to be costs, and there are going to be delays. Anything, as you know, going through the court system doesn't happen fast. It's unfortunate. The probate code, if you look at it, should be something that occurs in about an 18-month period. As a practical matter, because of all the cases on the court calendar and the clogging of the court calendars, it's extremely rare that you'll get a case if there's no glitches through in 18 months. It's more like a couple of years, 3 years. So the delay is one problem. The other one is the costs. Here in San Diego, I think the average home price is somewhere around $600,000. And that's, the entire county. There are other areas where average home price is probably $1 million. And if you take the average price of the home, or the price of your home, and multiply it by about 5%, that will give you a general ballpark figure of what probate fees are going to be. And that probate fee is based on the gross value of the estate. So let's say you do own that $1 million home out in North County somewhere, but it's got an $800,000 mortgage on it. Well, guess what? The probate fees are based on the million, not on just the equity. So as a result, I've seen cases where probate fees have basically eaten up the equity. So you take an estate that you think, well, okay, there's going to be some money to pass on to the heirs. And by the time it goes through the probate process, the probate fees are paid, all of the creditors get paid next. And then, if anything's left over, that's what goes to the heirs. And I've seen cases where they actually become insolvent estates based on that. And that's a crime, I think, because there's a way that you can save all of that money. Because think about it, 5% on $1 million asset, that's $50,000. Well, heck, I can do a lot with $50,000 from my family. Well, taxes are another thing. I mean, most of us are in a position right now, as far as estate taxes are concerned, the current estate tax exemption for a married couple is $12.9 million each. So by using a trust, you can double that. So a husband and wife can effectively transfer basically $25 million free of estate tax. And estate tax is a tax that you have to pay on basically the value of all your assets when you die. That tax has to be paid within 9 months of the date of death, and it's as high as 40% of the total value of the estate. So right now, $25 million, most of my clients are under that threshold. Don't have to worry about it. In 2025, those thresholds are set to expire. And right now, Congress can't agree on anything. Congress can't agree, you see all the things in the news that Congress can't agree on. So right now, if they do nothing, I believe that the estate tax is set to roll back to somewhere around the $5 million range, which still protects a lot of my clients, not all of my clients. If you have a successful business, if you're living in a house that's worth a couple of $1 million, which is not totally unheard of in some of our North County neighborhoods, you all of a sudden could be bumping up to that $5 million range, where now you do have an estate tax problem. So it's really important, to look down the road and say, okay, we don't know, what the estate tax problem is right now, but it could be looming for a lot of us in the future, in the very near future.